Hello friends, welcome to Engineering Funda family. In this video, I am going to explain you RE model of BJT. See, RE model of BJT that we use it for AC analysis of BJT. So here, BJT can be replaced by AC equivalent circuit as per RE model. So here in this video, I'll be going to derive and design AC equivalent circuit of BJT as per RE model. Let me discuss first basics of RE model. See, RE model is an equivalent model of transistor. So RE model is equivalent circuit of transistor, right? It was widely used after hybrid model of transistor. See, initially AC analysis that people were doing with the use of hybrid model. After hybrid model, RE model came into the picture. If you observe my last few videos of basic electronics, so in that I have explained hybrid model. See, this is hybrid model, right? So how to have equivalent circuit of hybrid model, how to derive hybrid model parameter, everything that I have covered in my last few videos, right? So here I'll be discussing about RE model. See, RE model that came after hybrid model, right? See, in hybrid model, parameters are generally defined for any operating conditions. So here, for hybrid model, parameters are defined for general operating conditions, right? While for RE model, parameters are defined by actual operating conditions. So with actual operating conditions, parameters are defined for RE model. While hybrid model is having parameters, those are generally defined, right? That's why practically RE model is more applicable for AC analysis, right? See, H parameter means hybrid model and RE model is used for low frequency AC analysis. So here we can use RE model for low frequency AC analysis, right? For high frequency AC analysis, we need hybrid pi model. RE model and hybrid model both are not applicable for high frequency AC analysis. So for low frequency AC analysis, RE and H model that is used, right? Now I'm going to design RE model for common emitter configuration. So you can observe here, we are having common emitter configuration of transistor and we are dealing with to derive equivalent RE model circuit, right? So you can observe here, this is input, this is output. Here we have emitter common, this is base and this is collector. So but obviously at input side current is IB, here current is IC at collector terminal, and at emitter terminal current is IE, right? Here input is applied at base emitter junction, so voltage at input that is VBE, right? And at output voltage will be VCE. That is how basic common emitter configuration that we have, right? Now to have RE model, instead of this transistor, I am showing you NPN transistor. You see this is NPN transistor, arrow is outward. So this is NPN transistor. So here if you observe, see this is having potential VBE, current over here is IB, here current is IC, potential over here that is VCE, here current is IE, right? That is how things are there. But here I have shown you NPN. Here we have two junctions, so you can replace this transistor in terms of two different diodes. Let me show you. See, here we have one diode, NP junction means diode will be like this. And here we have second diode, that is PN junction. So diode will be like this, right? So we are having two diodes over here. And this is base, right? Here we have base. If you observe, see, we are talking about RE model of BJT, and see this base emitter junction diode, that is this one, let me name it, this is D2, and this collector based junction diode, that is D1. And see, for AC analysis, this BJT that should be there in active region. This BJT that should be there in active region. So for active region, let me note it down. For active region of BJT, this base emitter junction should be there in forward bias, and collector base junction that should be there in reverse bias. So this D1 that will be there in reverse bias, and this D2 that will be there in forward bias. Now what I'll do is I'll try to replace this diode in terms of equivalent circuit. So here you see how to have it. Here we have plus minus VB voltage, right? After that you see here we have IB current, that is base current. Now this PN junction, that is forward bias diode. So this PN junction, that is forward bias diode, as it is forward bias diode, there will be small RD resistance that will be there across diode, right? And this is reverse bias diode. So reverse bias diode cannot allow you flow of current, but here current is flowing, that is IC. So there is some current source. So instead of D1, now I need to replace it by current source. So you see here I am replacing it by current source, right? So current source is happening in this direction, and see here we have voltage plus minus VCE. This current source is having how much current? IC, that is beta time IB, right? That is beta time IB. And see, through this PN junction we have current IE. So here through this current is IE. That is how we can replace this, right? And here one more thing that one should know. See, at output side resistance will be very high. At output side resistance will be very high. Why? The reason is here this diode D1 that is there in reverse bias. So here if you connect one another resistor, so that will be given name as per RO, that value will be very high. Even if you don't connect that, that is even fine, but practically we need to connect this. The reason is somewhat value is there, right? And see, this is the equivalent circuit is there, but still this circuit is not 100% complete. So here I need to simplify this circuit. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll try to explain you what is the value of this RD. RD is forward bias resistance of diode D2, right? So what is that forward bias resistance? See, RD, that is forward bias resistance of this diode D2. So that is differentiation of voltage VD with respect to current ID, right? That is what? Forward bias resistance, right? For diode, see, for diode, basic current equation that you should know, right? Let me write that and I'll explain you how to have the value of RD, right? So basic current equation for a diode, that is ID, that is IS into e to the power VD by eta VT minus 1. So this is what I have derived in many courses, like in electronic devices and circuits. I have derived this equation even, right? So one should know diode current equation, that is I of S into e to the power VD by eta VT minus 1, where I of S, that is current due to minority carrier, right? See, this ID that we have, now if you differentiate this ID with respect to VD, then you will be having 1 by RD, right? So let us differentiate this with respect to VD. So dID by dVD, that will be 1 by RD, right? And if you differentiate this, then you see I of S, that is constant, and differentiation of this term, that is 1 by eta VT into e to the power VD by eta VT, and differentiation of 1, that is 0. So this is what differentiation of ID with respect to VD, that is 1 by RD, right? Now let us simplify this. See, 1 by RD, that is this, where you see 1 by eta VT that we are taking out, and if you observe this, see, I of s into e to the power VD by eta VT, that one can have it from this. You see how. Here you can say, see, I of s into e to the power Vd by eta Vt, that is Id plus Is. Is can go on other side. So Id plus Is. So let us substitute that over here. So see, it 1 by eta Vt into Id plus Is, that one can say. We are just replacing I of s into e to the power Vd by eta Vt as per Id plus Is, that we are taking it from this equation, right? See, Id plus Is, where Is is what? Current due to minority carrier, that is very low compared to Id, right? So you can say 1 by Rd, that is almost equivalent to Id. Instead of Id plus Is, you can write Id as Id is way bigger compared to I of s. And for silicon, this eta, that is 1. So Id by Vt, that is 1 by Rd. So you can say Rd, that is Vt divided by Id. What is Vt? See, Vt at room temperature, it will be 26 millivoltage, right? And this Id, that is diode current. But if you observe this equivalent circuit, then this Rd, that is having current which is IE, emitter current, right? So Id is practically emitter current. So here you can say Id is IE, right? So that is how we can have value of Rd, right? That is 26 millivoltage divided by I of E. So we can replace value of Rd as per 26 millivoltage divided by I of E, right? So now what I'm going to do is, I'm going to take this circuit and I'm going to replace this Rd by this value. So now you can observe this Rd is 26 millivoltage divided by IE, and IE is current passing through Rd. See, this circuit that is still big. I need to simplify this circuit. So all I can do is I can simplify this as per, see how much potential that is there across Rd. Let me explain you how. See, voltage drop across Rd, that is how much? This Rd into current IE, right? This Rd into current IE, as IE is how much? IE is current passing through this Rd, and IE is emitter current. See, emitter current, that one should know. Emitter current is how much? For transistor, this emitter current, that is IB plus IC, right? So one should know this emitter current, that is IB plus IC, and IC is beta IB. So RD into IB plus beta IB. So here you can say this voltage across RD, that is RD into 1 plus beta into IB, right? Now see, if I want to simplify this circuit at input and at output side, then all I can do is I can simplify that as per IB current only. You see how. Here we have plus minus voltage VBE. Over here current is IB, right? So here if I draw one resistance only, then through this resistor, how much current is flowing through this resistor? Current is IB, right? Current is IB. Then what should be the resistance value? That resistance will be RD into 1 plus beta. So here instead of this resistance RD over here, now I need to write this resistance as per RD into 1 plus beta, where what is this RD? RD is 26 millivoltage divided by emitter current, right? So that is how we can simplify input side circuit. Now let us talk about what will be output side circuit. So see, at output side, here we have how much voltage? Plus minus VCE, right? Plus minus VCE. You see, that is what we have, plus minus VCE, and current over here, that is IC. So I need to write IC current which is happening in this direction, right? Now see, here we are just replacing this as per current source, right? So here we have how much current? Here we have current source, right? That is beta IB. And here we are having one more resistance which is RO, right? And see, this value of RO, that is very high. So you can say current passing through RO, that is negligible. So IC, that is beta IB, right? That is how output circuit is there. So this is what RE model. For common emitter configuration. So if you have question based on RE model for common emitter configuration, you can derive it like this, right? And this is what you can directly use. For AC analysis. So as and when you have given with circuit, and if question is based on RE model, then first of all you will have to find AC equivalent circuit, and that even I have explained in my earlier videos of basic electronics. See, first of all, you will have to find AC equivalent circuit. For AC analysis, there are two steps. First is to find AC equivalent circuit, and second is to find AC equivalent model of BJT. So AC equivalent circuit, that one can find as per this step. For that, you need to go through that video where I have explained you how to have this. And once you have this, you can replace this BJT with the use of RE model. So RE model that I have explained, by this RE model we can replace this BJT and you can have AC analysis of circuit. I hope you got the point. Still, if anything that you would like to share, please note it down in comment section. I'll be happy to help you. Thank you so much for watching this video.